good people? It's Jay Glass, the Movement from the Family Bloodline Podcast. Once again, here at 2025, and we are with
Daniel Escobar.
Anthony Smilemore.
And you all are with, what do you do? That's a better question.
I'm a recording and mixing engineer.
All right.
And I'm a music tech, half mogul, and also a recording engineer and producer.
There's a lot going on there, man.
Yeah, man, I try to do everything.
I'm a legend.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that. Another story for another time. How about that?
That sounds great.
Yeah, so what is it you do, like, precisely? If you have to dumb it down to layman's terms so that people can understand it, how would you describe your art form, what you do, and how you move in your industry?
Well, I basically let artists come to me and they do their creative side and I capture the best way as possible as a recording engineer. And I also get hired to mix records. So when it's captured right, then I can just make it kind of like radio ready.
Yeah. So when you say you're trying to capture it or you're engineering it, because for the amateurs like myself,
Yes, sir.
There's a blurred line between producer and engineer sometimes.
Right.
And people don't really know the difference. It's only been since coming here to NAM that I've been able to, and this is a question for both of y'all,
Sure.
but I've been able to distinguish a little bit between the two different pieces of that pie. So how would y'all describe the differences between those two worlds?
Yeah, you want to take it?
Sure. I mean, I would look at the producers, let's put it this way. You said it great about having a blurred line, because nowadays that line is blurred more than ever, because we're here at NAMM with all the software and all the technology these days. It's giving access. A lot of the producers can engineer themselves in their own studios. 2020 brought a lot of that around when all of us were stuck inside. A lot of people couldn't go to studios. That's basically NAMM started to blow up, all these software companies, because people had to be in their studios. They had to be recording themselves. They couldn't go see Danny during COVID. Yeah. So now that line is very blurred, but in layman's terms, like you said, the producer's the guy, he's making the beats, he's putting it together and all of that. The engineer is recording it. He's putting it on tape. He's making sure everything sounds right.
So what's your favorite part about the industry that you're in? The many different parts, movement pieces that you're doing and the pieces that you're doing. What are y'all's favorite parts about it?
Well, to me, we're in the studio all the time, which is fun. It's like a playground for me. But also the fact that I am listening to the next 5 years of music.
Oh, snaps.
What we're making now is what's going to be hot next year, the next year after, you know? So I really enjoy just having that insight,
I never thought about it like that.
Yeah. Because what we're listening to today was probably done a year ago.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Wow. That's game. I never really thought about it like that.
Yeah.
Appreciate that wrinkle in my brain.
Real talk. For me, it's the people. And literally, I'm based out of Miami, and coming back here every year to NAMM, to me, is like homecoming. Just coming here and seeing all the faces, all the people. Like the music industry, a lot of people don't know, and music tech as well. It's a brotherhood. A lot of us, we come out here, a lot of people are busy music people going all over the world. When we come here, we're all on the ground. We're all seeing each other. We're all hugging. We're all, sharing a cocktail, having some fun. Yeah. It's the people, man. It keeps me alive. I go back to Miami with a smile on my face every time.
Yeah, that's why I was looking at your name tag, Smilemore.
Yes, sir. That's what it is. Spread smiles. That's what life's about.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So, quite shy unless you're comfortable of dropping names. What have been some of your favorite projects that you've worked on?
Okay. I just finished working on a project by this artist named Rose. She dropped her album Rosie. She's in a K-pop group called Blackpink and is doing pretty well. And I really enjoy working with her. She was super sweet. I really enjoyed that project.
Okay.
And for me, I would say it's more on the tech side for me. So basically, as I was explaining to a couple of our friends here earlier, from 2020 until about a year ago, anything that Plugin Alliance dropped, one of the biggest plugin companies in the world, anything that wasn't made in-house, basically I had the most fun job in the world. Go find cool products, bring them in, and put them out on the street. So basically, for me, seeing how those products come to market, and then imagining all the music that was made from those products, seeing all the records like this gentleman right here is making, putting out into the world, it started in the computers and the labs and all the stuff I was working on. If we didn't release it, this gentleman couldn't use it, maybe it wouldn't be a platinum record out there or something like that. So 100%. It's a blessing.
So that's the relationship. We talked a little bit about the lines being a bit blurred between a producer and an engineer, but the relationship is going to find the next thing that is going to help the other side actually push the music that's leading up to and out from the future, from now until 5-10 years from now. So you mentioned you're in Miami, right?
Yes, sir.
Where you out of?
I'm here, but I moved here from Miami.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So how you like it out here? How long you been out here?
I got here in 2022.
Oh, okay. So you're still fairly new. It's 3 years at
Yeah.
almost, maybe.
Yeah, but I love it. You know,
Yeah.
it's a different vibe. I think the workflow, I don't know, is more fast paced. Miami's fun too. It's just different flavors. You know, when I was in Miami, I was doing Latin records. Here I'm doing pop records. You know, who knows? Maybe I'll go to New York next.
Okay, that's what's happening. You've been traveling as much as a man's right here.
Yeah.
How long you been in Miami? Born
So,
and raised,
so it's
or-
funny. I'm the opposite way of him. I actually grew up in the Bay Area. I was in the Bay Area for 24 years, and I've been in Miami for 24 years. So,
Holy cow!
yeah.
And
Showing
y'all
my
happened to
age.
cross paths.
So,
How did y'all cross paths?
you know what? It's funny. You know, we just have a bunch of mutual friends, and then it's funny me in Miami, him being from Miami. And then I just got to put it out that it's a Colombiano parce right here, and I'm married to a Colombian, so you know, him and I, it's like we're brothers.
All right, that's super
Yeah,
dope.
it's brotherhood right there. You know.
right.
I love that. I love that. And so I know y'all got other things to do today. As much as I want to actually press y'all a little bit more, I'll try and release you for now, and then we'll come back to something a little bit later and draw it out to where you can actually get into the technical aspects of what you're doing.
Sure.
Because I'd love to hear about that.
Love it.
But for the people that's watching and listening, where can we find y'all?
You can find me on Instagram at Danny Escobar, or you could email me if you want to contact me, desoundllc@gmail.com.
All right.
Awesome. And you can find me at Smilemore CEO, and my website is Musicollc, musico.llc. Anthony at musico.llc.
Man, I appreciate y'all. Gentlemen, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
Welcome to the Family Bloodline
Thanks.
Podcast.
Thank you. We'll talk again.
Absolutely. That's the hope, right?